guys, here with another episode of Training Confidential. Donnie, how you doing, Donnie?
Doing all right, man. How you doing?
Doing okay. So,
Good.
Arnold's in 2 weeks.
Yep, it's counting down.
Yeah, and it's getting pretty exciting now. Some of these guys are looking better than they did. The ones that were competing in the Olympia. We're going to get on that, show some pics. Yeah. So, I mean, I was thinking about today. I was like, man, this is almost maybe even more exciting than Olympia. I mean, the anticipation of watching it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like where it's going.
Yeah, that extra 100 grand made a difference, didn't it?
Yeah, it totally did, and that's what it was too. That's what it was. It was 100 grand. I want to start off this episode with some news on. I'll know that there's a earthquake in Turkey and Syria,
Yeah.
and so this was an interesting clip. Basically, these two brothers had survived 200 hours under rubble, concrete, and who knows what all, by drinking their own urine and eating protein powder. This is a real story. This really happened. 200 hours they're stuck under there, drinking their own urine and eating protein powder.
Well, I tell you, when you find yourself in a situation where you're reduced to drinking your own urine with protein powder, you're in some pretty rough predicament there.
Yeah, you are. But
Yeah.
what a miracle that is, though. I mean, I think the death toll has exceeded 41,000.
Yep.
Deaths over there, which is insane. And here these two brothers, they were aspiring bodybuilders, and they had the supplements, and I guess everything came down around them, and their supplements was sitting there, and it saved their life. Now, that being said, you cannot survive off of protein powder, so don't go out just surviving. You cannot survive off of just protein powder. You need
unless you absolutely have to.
Unless you absolutely have to. And I wouldn't suggest the urine thing either. I have a lot of questions with this. I mean, one of my first ones is, I mean, did they have room to move around? Were they, trapped under like a small room? Were they pinned down? Where was the protein at? Was it an arm's reach? Did they have to kick it over with their leg? How did they get a cup? Or did they get a cup? Yeah, a lot of questions. And this is the only article I found on it, so this is really all we have to go off of. But thank God they're alive, and I mean, that says a lot for supplements.
Yeah. I imagine once they found out just at the last minute somebody turned over a big rock or something like that, then we had like 4 or 5 gallons of water there.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They had the water.
It was
wait, we had water here all along. Goodness gracious, man.
Yeah, that would suck.
200 hours drinking urine and stuff when you had water right there. I don't know, but it's like you said, it's a good thing that they're okay, the whole 9 yards. But
yeah, that's definitely that's a story it's hard to believe. I mean, it's just so it's a miracle they're alive. Thank God they're alive. That earthquake took a lot of people. I know we were talking earlier about when they, the building over there. Apparently, they've arrested several construction outfits that were building the buildings over there because they're cutting corners, and there's no, they don't have inspections, and money talks over there, so they build things quick and they fall down quick in an earthquake prone area. So
don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of over regulations, but regulations are around for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we can argue about what's over the top and not, but none at all, no guidelines at all, really.
Yeah, it's crazy. And this was an apartment building they were in too. So, yeah, that sucks. I'm glad they're alive though. That's
as a matter of fact, my oldest son is over there. He's in the Air Force. He's at the Air Force base that was not far from the epicenter.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's over there right now. Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's okay though.
Yeah, good.
That's good.
All right, next news. I want to hit up Sean Clarita.
Okay, let's see what he's into.
Yeah, these are some latest pics of him. So this one was 2 days ago right here. The side tricep. Now keep in mind, you guys, this guy's 5'1" and around 180 pounds. You wouldn't know that by looking at a picture of him by himself. He's going to be standing next to, Nick Walker. I think Nick Walker's like 5'6", so he's kind of short. Ramys probably about 5'8" or something like that. Or I don't think Ramy's above 6 foot, is he?
Who again?
Big Ramy. Is he over 6 foot?
Oh yeah, Ramy's well over 6 feet.
Is he? Okay, so him and who else is there? Who else? So Nick Walker, him, and
you got Kamal.
Kamal, yes, Kamal, yeah, the 212 competitor. And the rest of them are giants. I mean, Jack, he's like 6'5". I think Samson is 6'1". Yeah. So it's going to be really interesting to see, because we all know what Curry is going to look like. So we know he's going to come in, bring in what we expect. There's not going to be any surprises with him. But the question is he going to really be a giant killer like he's called? I mean, well, he's going to come in with that conditioning. I mean, he is just top notch conditioning.
Yeah, if you take a look at him now, just pull that back up again. Pull that back up again. That shot right there.
Yeah.
You take a look at him now, he hasn't even dried out and filled out yet.
No.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He's going into this because the first thing, when you go into that final week, you're going to be as lean as possible, and he is extremely lean here, and he's been holding us a very long time.
Yes, he has.
So when he fills out and then pulls that water, oh, he's going to be crazy popping. Absolutely. Throwing a little bit of salt.
Is that going to be enough to match up against the Giants? I mean, it's going
to come down. At that point, it's going to come down to size. I'm telling you right now. We'll talk about my top three in a bit here. But my deal is, if these guys are coming in, the other guys are coming in. I mean, like I said, he looks great by himself. But you put somebody that's like twice his size, more than twice his size, with that same amount of quality in their physique, it's going to go to the bigger guy.
Yeah.
It just is.
Now, do you think do you think a smaller guy could actually win Olympia? I mean, it seems like Olympia is, you always got to be
a smaller guy won the Olympia this time.
Yeah,
he did.
He's in comparison,
Wolf,
smaller,
I mean, by open standard, I mean, the Wolf. Right, I mean, he's not a mass monster.
No,
But
I mean, he's like $180 though.
Yeah.
Florida. I mean, to be called.
But remember now, the lightest Miss Olympia in the open class anyway was Frank Zane. I think Frank Zane was probably barely 200 pounds when he won the Olympia.
Okay, yeah.
As a matter of fact, when he beat Mike Mincer, he was barely 200 pounds. He's probably maybe like 203, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, I'm going to bring up. And I put them side by side for a reason. So this picture of Nick Walker, this was 3 days ago. This was 2 days ago. 21 hours ago. So this is Samson's latest update. Obviously we're not seeing the bottom half, but Walker obviously is coming in. He's way better than he was at the Olympia, and he's been holding on to this, and he's just getting better. I mean, his waist has gotten smaller, but Samson has that graininess about him. He hasn't had that. I haven't seen that on him before yet. Have you? This is his best look that he's ever had that I've seen.
Okay, I haven't. He's his thickness. He's got very thick, dense muscle.
Yeah.
So does Walker.
Yeah.
It's gonna. These pics are one thing. It's just and I'm glad that it's showing that they're gonna probably bring some very impressive packages. Yeah. And just lets me know that this should be a good lineup, but we won't really know until they are standing side by side to each other.
A lot can happen in a day too. So
and the thing, a lot can happen in a day and stuff, and so all I can say is I'm looking at what I'm looking at right now. It's going to be a good lineup.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good lineup.
Now Jack is not. He's on par with his training with Chris Psycho Lewis. Psycho is saying that he's fixed all of his downfalls.
Oh, really?
His back and his glutes. That's what he claims. We have not seen any pictures of him. I've been watching him train him and stuff like that. And matter of fact, they put out a video, was it yesterday or something like that, and showed it was they're training shoulders and arms or something like that. Did some posing at the end of it. Totally blotted out the picture so we couldn't see what he looked like. But that gets me excited. And what is Jack going to look like? Because he's got the frame, he's got the symmetry, but he didn't have the conditioning. And if he comes in and he's got that conditioning, I mean, this is just going to be a crazy show. This lineup is nuts. And then we got Ramy.
But the thing with Jack is because of his height, and they've got to play with the dryness and the fullness. I mean, he can't come in too flat against these guys right here because he's taller and he's got a lot more frame to fill out. So if they bring him in too much and don't fill him out enough, he's not going to look big enough. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And then at the same time, of course, you can't overfill him neither. So they just got to find that sweet spot. Right now, they just need to be focused on getting him as lean as possible, and then filling him out and drying him out and filling him out, however they're going to do it and stuff. So yeah.
Well, he's looking pretty miserable.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, because he's right where he needs to be. Because he
absolutely
definitely looks it. He's
Yeah,
not doing any talking. Nothing. He's just kind of doing his thing, and that's it. So
yeah,
he's right where he's supposed to be. Now Ramy's got an update here too. This is 6 days ago, and I kind of see some things look better than last time. So especially his Christmas tree, his lower back. So he's been working with a doctor with this nerve damage that he's had, and it kind of seems like it's paying off to me in this short period of time. Do you see it?
I'm finding it hard. It's hard to tell right now.
Yeah, it is hard to tell right now.
Because the stuff that I want, he's lean, but and he was lean enough at the other show. What it was, he just wasn't full, and he didn't have that pop. He didn't have that wow factor, And I mean, this is, I mean, I'd like to see him a little bit more dug out, but it's 2 weeks out. We'll see what's going on. We'll just see what happens.
And we don't know when this was actually taken either.
Yeah, his delt separation, his rear delts are just popping really good and stuff, and his back doesn't seem to be that much of a distraction at all. His back looks fine.
Yeah,
I've seen his glutes a little tighter for not being, not being on stage. I've actually seen them sometimes where they even actually striated and stuff. I would just, I don't know. We'll check it out. I have to wait and see with Ramy. You got to wait and see with Ramy.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, his physique is known to do some drastic changes in a very short period of time.
Is that right?
I think right now, I think they're kind of cruising a little bit, and I think he's got maybe just a little bit more sucking down to do and stuff, but I think right now they're just on cruise control, and they're probably going to last 15 days or so, 10 days. It's just really suck him down and then fill him out.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I noticed when I look at this is his lower back, his Christmas tree area. That was non-existent on the Olympia stage. I mean, he had like a hole.
And then you got lighting and the whole 9 yards. His lighting isn't too bad and stuff, but you got all of that stuff. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see this. So
we'll see.
So let's talk about who your top picks are.
Okay, so in no particular order. I don't know, and not first, second, but who I got in the top 3 now because things have changed. I'm gonna say Ramy because I'm saying he's in the top 3. Ramy, Samson, and Walker. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
That's what I've got right now. So Ramys, Samson, and Walker. If Ramy really brings it, if he brings a really, really, really good package close to the previous year at the Olympia and stuff, Sean's not going to take him out. He's not. Ramy's just too big. That's the main thing. He's just too big, and he's got a pretty decent frame for a big guy. You know, Samson. You know, right now, like I said, he's going to definitely. I think he's bringing a better package, and with the shape that he's got and the fullness and stuff, he's going to be a force. And Walker, you know, I'm still going with those two because of where they placed in the Olympia. And you know, Ramy was off. I'm giving Ramy a second chance because he was off at the Olympia. He was.
Yeah.
He was off. And the thing about it is this is when he's on, he's just very, very, very hard to beat, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm anticipating not that I'm anticipating that he's going to be on.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I'm anticipating and stuff. So
there's a good chance of that. He didn't like his placing and, you know, at the last show. And yeah, I got a feeling you're right about that. My thoughts on it. I really want to
let me hear it.
I really want to put Cleary up there.
I do too. Hey, you know.
Problem is there's so many top threes right now. Like I mean, I could say Jack because I'm rooting for Jack. You know, out of everybody, I'm rooting for Jack. I just don't know what he looks like yet.
I'll put you like this. I do have Sean. I got him in the top 6.
Yeah.
I got him and Jack in the top 6. I don't know which order, but I got him and Jack in the top 6.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'll just say, and again,
top
not
five.
in this order, but
okay.
I'm gonna say Samson, I'm gonna say Walker, and I'm gonna say Jack. I'm thinking.
Okay.
But you know, Ramy.
I mean, I get your thoughts on it. You know.
Yeah. It's really hard to do that because I can easily say top 5. That's easy, but going down to top 3 is a little harder. I think.
I think when you talk about raw materials, just raw genetics, I mean, Jack has everything. He's got it over everybody. You know, he's got that raw. He's got the raw materials. The thing is, what's he going to do with it? That's the deal.
Well, and he hasn't hit his full potential yet. I don't think. And
absolutely.
And it kind of seems like he has to really fight to do that. It doesn't seem like he wants to do this as much as he claims he does.
So now, and there we go again. We got the physical genetics versus the mental genetics.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Physical genetics, physically, his genetic is there. Mentally, you know, it may not be where it needs to be. Okay?
And that's what needs to happen with him, if anything, is that mental part. Because
the mental part to me is a much bigger factor than the physical part.
Sure. The physical follows the mental, right?
Huh?
The physical follows the mental, right? I mean,
correct.
Yeah.
So the body goes where the mind is, you know, not the other way around.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
Awesome. 2 weeks. Wow. So other news. So I started my prep today for
absolutely
Cup. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Kind of hitting home already now. You know, now I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's time's ticking. You know, so I love that feeling. I love the feeling. I love prep. Even when I start feeling like hell at the end of it, I just love it because it's like I have a goal there, and I'm going to meet that goal, and I'm going to go until I do it, and it's just that. There's nothing that's going to stop me.
And the first mission right now is to get in that rhythm.
Yeah.
Get in that rhythm.
And that's what it is. Cardio today wasn't fun. I don't like cardio at first, but you know, it's just that rhythm. It's that rhythm.
Yep, you got to get in that rhythm. That your cardio, your foods, your training, your all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get into that rhythm. Get into it as quickly as possible. The quicker you settle in and stuff, the better off you're gonna be.
Yeah, I gotta re-up on my spices. That's one thing. My spices I use for my stuff. So there's a couple other things I did on prep, like when I was really hungry, you get those little Jello deals. There's 0 calories, 0 sugars, and that was like an awesome way. It's like you and your ice chips, you know. It was a great way to kind of tell the mind that you're eating something and you're really not, but it worked and it had a sweet.
Now that wouldn't work for me at all.
No,
The little ice, I would get their head
really.
stuff. But boy, when I get about 4 weeks out, it's like, oh my goodness, give me those freaking ice chips.
Yeah. And I like your idea about the protein shake. You put it in the microwave, let it get fizzy, and then put it
Yeah, freeze it first though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you freeze it and then you microwave it? Or
yeah, you freeze it. You freeze it solid, and it gives you that consistency. Nuke it for about 10 seconds or so, 10
Okay,
maybe. It gets the consistency of ice cream.
Okay.
Especially that vanilla and that ISO 100 vanilla. It gets the chocolate. The chocolate is good too, but it doesn't have the same consistency as that vanilla. When you nuke that puff about, make sure it's frozen solid, and then nuke it for about 10, 15 seconds, and boy, it's just, oh yeah.
All right.
You're just
I got to give that a try. I know Jackie's pretty excited about trying that, so
yeah. The
meanwhile,
ISO, yeah. So but yeah, absolutely.
and my wife, I don't know if I had said this to you guys yet, but my wife is doing the Vancouver Open.
And we don't know whether it's going to be bikini or open. I mean, bikini or wellness yet.
Wellness, yeah. So I'm probably thinking more along the lines of wellness.
I'm thinking wellness too, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
we
got to see. But she's right on track. She's doing good. So now we're both on prep. Which makes it a little.
I've been there before. Me and Di, we've been there.
It makes it a little complicated because this morning I woke up and I'm like, oh crap, what do we do with the boy while we're doing cardio? I didn't think about that.
Take a lot of couples pics when you guys are still hot.
Yes. But she's at an hour in the morning and I just started, so I'm at 20 minutes. So it's like, well, we got the boy. So I just put a laptop down there, put some YouTube on. He's in the corner by the treadmill. So anyway, that's what you mean about, getting back in the rhythm, just remembering, get back in the, because it's got to be the same thing every day. It's got to be that way. You can't do it.
And you're semi in the rhythm now. I mean, you're never completely out of it. Sure. It's like with me. I mean, I'm in off season, but I mean, I still prep my food and I'm training and the whole 9 yards, still prepping my food, So when it actually comes time, I just add the cardio and I switch out some foods and stuff, and boom, there it is.
And it's just amazing how, especially my body, I gave you my weight this morning. Tomorrow I'll drop weight, and I'm eating. Well, I don't know if you want me to disclose what I'm
5,000 what calories now?
98 calories.
We're 5,000 calories right now for starters.
Yeah, 5,098 calories.
Yeah, and we tend to have to go up with you as time goes because that metabolism just starts taking off, and
I think normally we started about 4,000, and then you started adding food. I don't know that you've taken away food before.
I've pulled some food,
but it's at the very end.
I pulled some food. Some food.
I mean, still at the very end, I'm still eating a cup and a half of rice. No, maybe it's just down to a cup of rice. But still, I'm still eating quite a bit of carbs. So anyway, it's exciting. It's just exciting to see how, because I started cardio, how my body's going to get in that rhythm of burning fat, and then it'll just be drops every day.
Yep. And and I just we got to with you, we got to make sure that we catch when you start going the other way.
Yes.
When that metabolism starts picking up and that weight starts really, then we need to make some adjustments and stuff, either in the cardio or the food or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think normally I usually have about 2 cheat meals a prep, don't I?
True, to slow things down.
Yeah,
and that's the purpose. That's primarily the purpose of cheat meals and stuff. When you have me saying, "Hey, look, you need to go," you're pretty lean, dude. You're coming down pretty good.
Yeah. It's called a refeed meal for a reason.
Yeah, it's called a refeed for a reason. Basically, just hitting the brakes in the process. Slowing things down a little bit.
Yeah.
Overrun that runway. You don't want to overshoot it.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's all we got for this week. We'll see you guys next week. You got anything else, Donnie?
That's it, man, for me now.
All right. So you guys, thanks for watching, and thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate the views, the comments, the likes, and all that kind of stuff. If you guys want to see different material, let us know. I know starting up with Emerald, I'm going to be doing more training videos with me. I'll probably be doing training videos with Donnie. when Donnie starts up his thing, we're gonna be doing his training videos. You know, so we're gonna keep you guys in the loop as much as we can.
Yeah,
For
West Coast Masters Pro is what I'm doing. Yeah,
yeah.
IFBB West Coast Masters Pro. Yeah.
So we want to want to show you exactly what he does, because yeah, he's somebody to watch and learn from. So, you know, if you guys are young and you're getting into bodybuilding, man, the way to do it is just to listen and watch, man. That's how you do it. You take somebody like Donnie and you suck all the information you can out of him. That's what you do. That's what I did. And and read, look, research. Don't just and also other things. I mean, if you don't know what an exercise does, go in and do 10 sets of 10 of that exercise, and that's it that day. And you come out and you realize, oh well, it hit this part of my tricep. Well, okay, now you know that. But do your research and learn, because we're all different, and that is another thing. My 5,000 calories ain't gonna work for you.
No, that would not work for me.
But the basis.
My off season right now isn't even 5,000, because my base calories for all my planned meals is 2,377, and I'll probably eat about an extra 900 to 1,200 calories over that. So I'm about 3,200 calories tops.
Yeah.
So somewhere between there and stuff. Yeah.
But I'm ectomorph and you're endomorph, so
yep.
That's the difference. And in all actuality, I'd trade you spots with that, because I would rather be hungry than stuff all the food down. I mean, that's the hardest thing for me, is doing that. I can do it. And I do it.
But eating when you're not,
eating when you're not hungry, when you're supposed to be dieting. And then, I would take the other route. I would take 2 hours of cardio every day, like you have to do, rather than my 40 minutes of cardio and all the food. I would take that route. But we got the bodies we're stuck with, and that's what's awesome, is we get to learn how they work. So
you make that work for you.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work, because we have a goal. We're gonna meet that goal no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Later, Donnie.
All right, man.